The history of Isa Messiah, Jesus the Christ. Among the saints of Israel at the threshold of the Christian era, none were better known or respected than Joachim and Anne of Nazareth. Joachim was known for his great piety, wealth, and charity. The richest man in Israel, his practice was to annually divide his increase into thirds, giving 1/3 to the temple of Carmel and Jerusalem, and 1/3 to the poor, keeping only 1/3 for himself. Anna was renowned as a prophetess and teacher among the Essenes. Their daughter Mary, who had been conceived miraculously beneath the Holy of Holies of the temple, had passed 13 years of her life as a temple virgin until her espousal to Joseph of Nazareth. Before their marriage was performed, she was discovered to have conceived supernaturally, and in time she gave birth to a son in a cave of Bethlehem. His given name was Jesus, Yeshua in Aramaic. This son of Miriam was as miraculous as her mother, and astonishing wonders were worked and manifest daily in his life, for the preservation of which his parents took him into Egypt for some years, where they lived with the various Essene communities there. But before that flight, when the child had been around 3 years old, sages from India, Matthew 2:1-2, had come to pay him homage and to establish a link of communication with him, for his destiny was to live most of his life with them in the land of eternal Dharma before returning to Israel as a messenger of the very illumination that had originally been at the heart of the Essene order. Through the intermediary of merchants and travelers, both to and from India, contact was maintained with their distinct disciple. At the age of 12, during the Passover observance at Mount Carmel, not in Jerusalem, Jesus petitioned the elders of the Essenes for initiation, something bestowed only on adults after careful instruction and scrutiny. Because of his well-known supernatural character, the elders examined him before all those present. Not only could he answer all the questions perfectly, when the examination was ended, he began to examine them, putting to them questions and statements that were utterly beyond their comprehension. In this way, he demonstrated that the Essene order had nothing whatever to teach him, that there was no need for him to undergo any initiation or instructions from them. Upon his return to Nazareth, preparations were begun for his journey into India to formally become a disciple of those masters who had come to him 9 years before. The necessary preliminaries being completed, Jesus of Nazareth set forth on a spiritual pilgrimage that would end at the feet of the three masters who would transform Jesus the Nazarene into Isha the Lord, the teacher of Dharma and Messiah of Israel. Nicholas Roerich, in his book Himalaya, a monogram, said that according to the Tibetan scrolls he found in 1925, Isha was 13 when he left for India. The Nalatha Maya of the Nata yogis, which we will be considering later on, said that Isa reached India when he was 14.